Welcome to episode 1161 of the Multifamily Collective. Today I wanted to talk about getting practical skill. And I think for many of you who are starting out in the multifamily space, or just say the business world in general, one of the things that will be critical to laying the foundation for a successful career is getting practical knowledge. It it's one thing to read book knowledge. It's one thing to sit in a classroom in community and debate and argue and fuss about principle and concept and things of that nature. Uh, all of that dialogue is important. Role playing super important because the elevated emotional stimulant that goes along with role playing, that when you learn lessons in that type of environment, they tend to imbue in your mind because of the emotional nature of that. Nervousness and all those things play into keeping that knowledge in your mind for a long bit of time. But what's even more important than that, and this is very hard to teach people, it's very hard for people to hear what I'm about to say because they think there is a faster way to get there. But being a practitioner of the skill that you are trying to acquire is much more full of impact than reading it in a book or even arguing about it or fussing about it or fighting about it in a real-time environment or even doing role playing. Because of the repetitious nature of being a practitioner, think about this. When you first started using Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok or any social platform for that matter, you didn't learn by reading about it, right? The people who designed it made it very intuitive, which helps, but this principle applies for any skill you're trying to acquire. You just started playing with it, right? You just started playing with Facebook and you just started clicking on buttons and you figured out what it meant to upload a picture. You figured out what it meant to post a narrative. You figured out what it meant to like or dislike or laugh or have a caring heart for. You learned how to do all those things, right? Just by practicing the platform. LinkedIn, another one, right? And every time there are enhancements made to those particular platforms or changes made to the platforms, you learn, right? You learn through community because somebody there on the page is telling you how to do it or giving you tips and tricks. Um, but the point is you became a practitioner of the platform and thereby you taught yourself how to do it. Early on in your multifamily career, your business career, get out there, do the reps, do the work. It takes a longer in a non-technical world to get the skills that are necessary to be successful in business, because we're talking about character now. But you have to do the reps in order to gain the knowledge, to gain the skill. But once that skill is baked in here, through that repetition, through that time spent, through exposure to, right, various scenarios, be them adverse in nature or be them celebratory in nature, you'll imbue that in your mind because of the practice. And then at some point in that, right, timeline, you just know what to do. And you'll know what to do for a very long bit of time over the course of your career. But never stop getting skills, right? Never stop getting in there, doing the practice, doing the reps until you get it down. That's how you build skills. That's how you build skills that give you returns. They pay dividends over a very long bit of time. It's the hard work, it's the long work, it's not technology. The great creator of the multifamily platform didn't design it such that it works like a Facebook or it works like an Instagram. But if you are willing to show up, you're willing to put in the reps, at some point the light bulb goes on and you have a skill that will set in, that will serve you and pay dividends for the rest of your multifamily career. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.